Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's been a while that we are not publishing new vlogs because sadly I got affected by dengue. I got bite by a mosquito for the second time in all my life, right? Not once but twice. And also this time has been really a bad situation, and today we are going to explain you what dengue is if you don't know, because of course Latam, Filipino, all the people in the Philippines know really well what dengue is, but I'm sure many people outside the Philippines who don't live in the tropics, in a tropical country, doesn't know what dengue is. So today let's see together what's happened to me and
what ways to prevent it, or
yeah.
what we did. No, actually, we didn't hospitalize him anymore.
This time no.
And we really went all natural. We learned so much here in Palawan how the locals treat dengue using just plants.
Yes, and we will show you how I treat dengue the first time and how we treat it this time. Yes, because it really been different, diba? From the first time to this time.
So dengue is a virus that can be transmitted to human beings through a vector, which is the mosquito Aedes aegypti. And this occurs mostly in tropical countries like the Philippines. And the best way really to prevent getting this virus is to avoid mosquito bites, especially during the day, because these mosquitoes, once they have the dengue, they're infectious for the rest of their life. Okay, so this mosquito can, bite one person to another and spread the virus. Kaya siguro baba. Talagang hindi lang. First few months into the relationship, like 2017, 2016, nagkaroon ng dengue na si Mirco, no? When we were in Makati. And now here in Palawan, which is also high season ngayon because of the rainy season. Mosquitoes, they breed in stagnant water, plus we're near the jungle, and there are so many plants here where the mosquitoes can breed. So talagang very kailangan mag-ingat. So ayun na nga, what are the symptoms? Okay. So dengue and a flu have a bit of similarity in terms of symptoms. Yun nga, so all of us thought we're just having the flu. But later on, Mirco's fever and pain didn't subside. Ako nawala na yung fever ko, pero yung fever niya, it keeps coming back at night. It becomes 39 degrees and above, and the pain was becoming worse. So we felt that it's something else. That's why we thought that it's time to have the lab. So what other symptoms can dengue have? Okay, so body pains, headache, fever, vomiting, diarrhea, and the worst, and this is like the advanced stage, the worst stage is like if you started having bleeding.
Yes, like my first experience when I was in Manila.
In Makati, and then rashes or itchiness.
Yes, also that will come later on.
Yeah. But for this dengue, for this time, he didn't have the bleeding. Thank God.
Thanks God.
And then,
because would have been really a bad situation, and we are going to explain you later on in the video why.
That.
Yeah.
And then I think the way to manage it is to address the pain, the fever. That's how you manage dengue at home. And fluids, a lot of fluids. I was checking if he's dehydrated or not. I made him drink ORS, and then we adjust lang yung the pain. So if he has pain, then I gave him the painkillers. If he has fever, then I gave him the paracetamol, and then tepid sponge bath.
Yeah, because also we need to say that the first 3 days we didn't thought that was dengue. Actually, we treated really just like a flu. And then the fourth day we did the dengue test because the first day the symptoms that I had in the start actually was quite mild, and it started on Sunday. Sunday I was working here in the garden, and I work,
during the morning he even went out to fetch someone from the airport because one of our friends also got sick.
Yes. Okay. let's recap from the start. Sunday has been actually weird day because we woke up and you was not feeling too well. Tere was not 100% well. And then I went to the airport to pick the mother of a friend that was coming from El Nido, that he was sick.
Also sick at that time.
Was here in one hospital, in a hotel, and was sick. And he told me, my mother is coming, I'm here at the hotel, but I'm really sick. Please go and take my mother. So I said, okay, I'm really feeling well. I went, took the mother, took her to the hotel, and I entered the room of this friend that was sick. Then afternoon, I work really, really hard here in the garden. I sweat really a lot. I actually work even in my underwear for how hot was and how hard I was working. And then at night, it just happened that I was feeling a bit tired, but we went to Baker's Hill. We even went, we even took Bella,
that night,
right?
We went
And
there.
then Monday morning, I woke up that I was feeling really hot. There was no aircon open. I said, babe, it's so hot. And you told me, actually, you are really hot.
Yeah.
But the first day, actually, I even went out. The day was actually quite normal. But the fever started really, really badly on Monday night.
Yeah,
right?
nighttime.
It started really badly. But Tuesday morning, again, I was fine. And then I went out again. And then is during lunchtime afternoon of Tuesday that there started the situation to escalate quite badly, right? But we went to do the exam only on Thursday.
Yeah.
Because we
Wednesday,
didn't realize.
He was really bad. Wednesday, whole day, he can't get out of bed.
Yeah. But we didn't realize if it was really flu, was dengue, although I was keep telling her that I was feeling that was dengue because of the back pain. There is something in common from my previous experience and this experience, that is the back pain. Both time the back pain was really badly.
You're that lucky.
Yes.
You're really that lucky.
I'm really that lucky but at least that I think help us to understand that could have been dengue, because on Thursday I told her we really need to go to get checked. I really feel that this is dengue, and I really want to have a peace of mind to understand what is.
Thursday morning, I was already calling clinics, hospitals, if they can do home service, because I felt that he really cannot drive.
Yeah.
And
I can't.
Yeah, he cannot drive. So one of the clinics, Palawan Medical City, offers drive-through. They also have home service, but for that day, wala na, full na yung schedule for home service. So for the next day pa daw kami, and I said no, we cannot wait another day. So I called Kuya Dennis to drive us there, and then they conducted the
test?
The labs. Anyways, it was one blood sample.
The girl that did the test was really good.
Oh nga, ate, thank you so much.
I don't remember your name, but you're really the best nurse I ever encountered in my life.
Wala daw, he didn't feel daw anything.
Yes, while when I was in Makati, the first time they was keep injecting, and I was really in pain and feeling bad. This time in the car, also first experience, I never did anything like this drive-through. We just arrive, nailed, take the blood, that's it, and go back home. Amazing.
Oh, mabilis. I have to thank everyone there in Palawan Medical City. Yeah, they really assisted us. Hindi na kami bumaba ng kotse. We didn't go down the car anymore. Everything was fast.
And for conduct the fourth test, we spent 2,600 pesos.
2,000 something like that. 2,700, almost 2,700.
Yeah.
But the results, by the time we arrived home, they emailed the results already. that was quite quick.
And was dengue.
And he's positive for NS1 and the other yung IgG ba or IgGM ka positive? Pero IgGM ata.
Yeah, I think that
Oo, one of the two. So talagang positive. And then I think that was it kind of, at least confirmed something, and
that I was feeling.
Yung peace of mind niya na may dengue ba siya o wala.
But that night also, it started to get worse also the situation, because it's at that moment, it's that day that I also thought that
Ma-hospitalize siya.
I had to be hospitalized actually, because my condition was really getting worse. My bones, in particular on this arm, was feeling so bad. I thought that this arm was going to break just even to stand up from the bed.
It's always like pahating gabi, like almost midnight. This is when things get worse for him. When we got the results for dengue that he is positive, when I start calling the hospital, we have insurance, and our coverage includes emergency and viral illnesses such as dengue. And for admissions, our room is a private room if we ever need to use the insurance.
Yep.
But the thing is,
there was no private room available.
There's no room available.
That's the thing that I was really not able to accept, in the meaning that what they were suggesting is that if the situation was going to get worse, just to go to the ER and wait. There was 15 people waiting for a private room.
For the private room. And
just
then,
imagine. Lahat ng people, all the person here in Palawan are sick, basically.
But it's talaga, tag-dengue talaga. Marami nagkakasakit ng dengue.
Yeah.
So, marami talagang na-admit. And then, that was the advice. If he needs medical attention, I would just have to bring him to the ER, and they will give him treatment there, and we will wait for a room to be available. I-assess naman daw yan if then he would be given a room. But of course, I don't wanna risk it. If we can manage it at home, I think it's better for him to stay at home.
Because also your platelets are so low, your immunitary system is so down, and go in a ER section and stay there maybe for days, because if there is no availability, or they are going to give availability to someone else and not you, and you need to stay there, you have no idea of what you can get in the hospital. That's also something to consider, because when you have dengue, you can get all other diseases because your body cannot fight, right?
Yeah.
So I said, I can't go in particular alone to the ER, to the hospital tonight. We even called one of our friends.
Yeah,
I'm desperate because I wasn't able to drive. I couldn't drive at that time, right?
Yeah, nagpa-heads up na kami in case we need help. We will call them, and they were so gracious enough. Yeah, sure, and we're so thankful. But yun nga, I already got everything prepared. If I have to call the ambulance, things like that. And that was the time that I said to myself, buti na lang meron din kaming translator at that time. If he needed to be admitted alone.
Yeah, because actually we have this translator that is the translator Vasco V4. We did also a video previously where I was explaining actually that is really important for me for translating documents and for medical situation. Maybe Destiny wanted that eventually, if something was going to happen this time, we had this one. This one can translate in 108 languages. There is Tagalog and Cebuano. And they have different options also, not only on conversation but also the option of the photo. So you can take a photo of a menu, of a paper, of a documents, and this can translate. So I really felt, at least in the worst scenario, this was the things that was going to save me, at least.
Well, it will help you.
Yeah, because you imagine a foreigner, if you're a foreigner, in particular here in the province, Filipinos know to speak in English is true, but I swear when you are in this kind of situation, even the English that it's known, it's not enough. And
yeah, but really his English naman is okay. Kaya lang talaga, like kanina, he meant immune system, but he was saying something else.
Yeah, I mean,
If you notice, because English is not his first language.
yes, the English is not my first language, and I know this, and I really feel that sometimes there is a barrier, and with this translator, it make me more secure, and in that situation would have really made the difference, because even in particular in the province, the English it's known general, but it's a barrier anyway, because I can really see it. I mean, with locals, they know that they know how to talk in English, but in reality they don't. Sometimes they don't even understand what I'm saying, and in this situation, in all this crazy situation that I had dengue and I didn't know was what going to happen, this translator would have really made the difference.
Yeah, hinahanda ko na rin siya. Pati yan sa
And I was keep telling her, at least if something happened to me, I will go to the hospital, I have at least the translator, and who knows. And another important thing always is, of course, the insurance. I mean, no matter where you go, no matter where you are in the Philippines, take an insurance with you. The insurance is really important, right? But not only for foreigners, but this also for Filipinos, because the insurance can really save your life, can cover the emergency at least, and is really needed for everyone. And for me, I would say a translator with you, it's always a plus. In particular, example, devices like these are not like your phone, because your phone can run low, but maybe there is no internet, you never know. With this, you have your device and can help you.
It's Mirco's best friend.
Yeah, definitely this is really becoming, even to talk to Ate. I mean, Ate most of the time doesn't know and doesn't understand what I'm saying. With this we can communicate. But move on from this. So the night that I thought that I was going to hospitalize, we didn't got hospitalized anymore.
No, so
and then
for the fever, usual paracetamol, tepid sponge bath, lots of fluids.
But that night you really had to put a sponge bath in all my body, because that night was really bad.
And then he would, you also had LBM, so pinainom ko rin ng loperamide for his and yun nga, ORS.
Yeah.
Laging every time, plus the tawa-tawa. And this is what
we need to say thank you to
we
Ate
need to emphasize.
Viv. And,
yes, thank you so much, Ate Viv.
Because with this local treatment that they use here in Palawan, but I think all over the Philippines anyway.
You can find the tawa-tawa. We have it in our garden, in the fields. You know, it's everywhere, and you can easily mistake it for a weed. Yeah. But it's actually a beautiful plant, and you just boil it, and then he took it like tea.
The taste is like spinach. Is a taste like spinach and metallic. This is what I felt.
It has a metal aftertaste.
Yeah, there is a metal aftertaste. And with this, it really works well. And then after the day after, Ate Viv even prepared the papaya. Actually, we have here Tinanyo.
Someone also gave papaya.
The papaya
leaves. Thank you so much.
And, the taste of this is really bad, because basically they take the male of the papaya. I will show you.
Yeah, kailangan daw the male plant.
The male plant. And
the younger leaves.
You cut it, you boil it, and then you need to drink this one. I swear, is one of the worst things I had to drink in all my life. Like, the taste is super bad, but with this, with the papaya and the tawa-tawa, I have to say that my body in 3 days, 4 days,
change in his feel.
It improves. It improves a lot.
And talagang, and I also believe in herbal remedies. That was my thesis actually. Naman yung plant naman na tsaang gubat as a remedy for diarrhea. I propagated it through tissue culture in the laboratory. And this is interesting because this is the first time we've tried tawa-tawa and papaya.
Yeah, actually, I was asking to Ate Viv, but is it dangerous? I mean, I never drink this in my life. You don't know. But I mean, it really works. So
Yeah, dito daw halos lahat ganun ng iniinom.
so if you're in the Philippines and you get dengue, definitely one of the best cure based on my experience can really be tawa-tawa and papaya.
It's not cure for dengue. There is no cure for dengue, but you manage the
Your body,
symptoms.
right? Yeah.
Because tawa-tawa and the papaya leaves are known to increase your platelet counts.
Okay.
So that's for the platelet count. So dengue is just, you need to manage it like any viral illness.
Yeah.
It will go its course, but you have to manage the pain. You have to manage the fever by taking in paracetamol.
And the things
hydrate.
Yeah, and the more important things is it's really run about the platelet. I mean, it's around the platelets, because you need to make sure that the platelets don't go to down. That's the thing. You need to make sure that your platelets stay high, because if you start to have internal bleeding or you start to bleed, then it's the problem, because it can cost death.
Yeah.
And you need to eventually have a transfusion of blood, and you don't want to go there.
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, if he starts bleeding, no questions asked. You need to be taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
But
is that the moment that you really need to be scared? Because once you get to the hospital, it means that your body it's more in the other side than in this side of the world, basically. It's
anyways, but thank goodness. You're well.
Yeah, my body this time react better than the previous time. I had to say also that I really didn't felt the mosquito biting me, but I never feel mosquito biting me. After that I had dengue the first time, I don't get bitten anymore by mosquito. I really can't feel it. So even this time I can't understand when that happened, when the mosquito bit me, where it bit me. We don't know, because example, the first time in Manila, it happened in Manila. This time is happening here in Palawan, but there is not really a place that you say here is more dangerous than there. No, because it really can happen everywhere. Anywhere
in a
the
tropical
Philippines.
Country.
So you really just need to make sure to to take solution.
Yeah, but we've been trying to be careful here in the house.
Yeah.
Like we always check that there's no stagnant water.
But
I mean, it's
dengue won't me.
You're just so lucky.
I'm really lucky. The second time, no, but today I really feel way better. And I am grateful. That's the important.
Yeah.
And we wanted to share my experience for all the people that actually also don't know what dengue is, because we have an Italian page that it's called La Mia Vita nelle Filippine. When I inform the people there, all the Italian, most of the Italian got scared, really concerned.
They're shocked.
And they didn't even know what dengue is. So as most of the Italian doesn't know, I'm sure many other people around the world doesn't know what dengue is. So it's really important to spread this information and to make aware what dengue is. Right?
Yeah, and it's something that that it can be managed. You just need to make sure that you attend to it right away. It's better to take action earlier on rather than later on.
Because you really can die. Seriously.
Well, there are a lot of deaths, even for kids, and that's my concern.
This is really sad, because here in Palawan in particular, in this period, sadly, are dying a lot of kids.
Yeah, for
dengue. So it's not just a virus that you can joke around. It's something that you really need to take serious.
Yeah.
Right.
And so with that, we hope this video will share some awareness among other people, and to take care of their families, and just to be aware, and to be vigilant
on the situation.
Yeah.
And one last thing, again, I want to remember for me the importance of this video for all the Filipino, but also for all the foreigner here in the Philippines. Always make an insurance. It costs some money, but make it, because it can really save your life in a moment of emergency, in particular in the Philippines, where the hospitalization and let's say the medication are private, so you need to pay basically almost everything in the Philippines. If you don't pay, they don't even assist you. Make an insurance. And for all the foreigner, if you want a translator like this, go and check out the link in the description below. You can also use our promo code BELLA5 and you can get a discount for this translator. These are the two things that I really want to share after these experiences. It's always better to be safe, to take precaution, to have a plan already before that is too late, right?
Yeah.
So it's everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching us, guys.
Ingat po kayo.
See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.
By the way, happy birthday, Tita Carmen.
Happy birthday,
Tita.
See you soon, hopefully.
Bye.
Bye-bye.